Introducing, 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 introducing the elemental that it realizes oneness, the all things and the noneness. All is one, P.A. Finley Anonymous, the universe coming at you live on this beautiful Tuesday morning, almost 9 a.m. March 17th, 2020. And this is going to be part 3 to UGAPo. UGAPo, everybody. The ultimate grand awesome power of one. Okay? UGAPo. You know what? While I'm doing this, I'm going to pause for a second, and then I'm going to look up and see if there's a Swahili word. I think there is. It just sounds so Swahili. But let me see if there's an UGAPo word and what that means. I'll be right back, you guys. This is awesome stuff. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And after about 15 minutes of research online, there's not a Swahili word that is spelled UGAPO. It's actually POO, but I'm knocking off the word of out of there. But anyway, so it's an acronym that stands for the ultimate grand awesome power of one. Okay? Now, this is going to be part 3 or the conclusion, depending on where we end up. Okay? First off, I like to send out my atomic mushroom cloud explosion of love all across the globe, to everything and everyone on it, in it, and around it. Mother Earth. We're going to also send out a big hug to Mother Earth. Claw squeezing hug. Embrace. Thank you so much. This is what All1llAs and soul models do. We kick off with love. We send out love all across the universe. And we give Mother Earth a special embrace. This is all mental. This is all imagination. But it's real to us. That's the same thing as reality to us. We believe that the imagination is real. That's reality. Okay? So these are the few things we do. We also, as a rule, we also practice the Sabbath. We're not 7-day Adventists, but we do pick one day out the week and shut it down. We work 6 days out the week. 6 days out the week, we belong to everybody. We belong to you. We belong to the world. 6 days. 7 days, we belong to us. Okay? This is how we survive. We're on survive mode. And it's a trip because the COVID-19, that's a big, huge thing right now. I mean, literally in your face, right there in front of you. Remember, I made a couple of videos before. I was like, just deal with the stuff in front of you. Well, that's in front of you. Okay? But we practice certain things. And these practices tell the universe we are one. The things we do as soul models, and remember, soul models are those of us who have accepted the mantle of being the example of the next level. Okay, where humanity is evolving to, we're saying this is where you guys is evolving to. Y'all can come on now, come later, whatever, but come on. Well, so in Soul Models, what we do is, I'm going to tell you something. And we're going to speak just a little bit because I think I took care of a couple of things. I always like to, in the beginning of my videos, I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to start sending out my love and start hugging the earth. And I'm going to start communicating to my all-1-allers and my soul models specifically. Okay, we're going to start the videos off 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to kick off into the subtitle. Okay? But, my message to my all-1-allers and my soul models, all-1-allers is pretty much people watching on the sideline. You subscribe to my channel. You've been watching my videos. You're kind of like watching to see what it do. All-1-allers. You're with me, but not really. You know what I mean? Like, you're not all in. You're just, it sounds good to you. It makes sense. I'm connecting. Okay? I'm connecting the dots for you. And you're seeing it. I'm painting the picture. You're seeing the picture. It's looking good. The picture, you're like, yeah, this is a good picture. So that's my all-in-all. That's what people, you're subscribed, you're liking my videos, you're sharing, you're trying to spread the word, you're trying to get other people involved. You're participating, but from the sidelines. You're not on the field of play. You haven't stopped eating meat yet. Okay? You haven't stopped smoking. You haven't stopped drinking. You haven't started exercising as much. I'm starting to walk every day because I let go of my janitorial, which was my exercise. So now I got to refill. I got to replace. Okay. Why did I let go of my janitorial? That's for another video. Okay. We'll get into that. There's a purpose for that. There was a reason why that left. Now I was there for 2 years. Now I'm on something else. So deuces, left in peace. One love. Since shout out to UGAPo. One love out there in Sacramento. Running the program. Much success. I wish nothing but the best for you guys. You guys helped me out in 2 years and got me from one place to another. So deuces to you guys. You guys was an eggshell for me in a cocoon. So good looking. Thank you so much. But deuces. That's how we do. Soul models. That's how we do now. We don't hang around, man. We're not hanging. We ain't hanging out. We ain't latching on and for dear life. We deuces. We understand the process of things. Okay? So, we're letting go of the W-2. That's a whole nother, but that's what we do. See, as an all-in-all, you ain't let go of your W-2 yet. You know what I mean? You ain't let go of that yet. And I'm gonna make a whole video on why it's important to do that. Okay, I'm gonna let you know. But you're listening, you're watching. You kind of like seeing what it do. What does all this do? What is this doing? How is it? And then there's my soul models. People that are doing it like me. Sabbath, picking a day. They picking a day out the week. I'm shutting it down. They don't want to hear talking to nobody, listen to nobody. If you got family, you got wife and kids, it's everybody in the house. Everybody in the house, everybody in their rooms. And we come out and holler every now and then. Yeah, well, this is how we're doing it. And you and your wife, y'all do y'all thing, and then y'all do some solo time. Switch the room up. Somebody go to the family room. Switch it up. Bounce back. Do the back and forth thing 4-5 times throughout a 24-hour period. And then sometimes you meet up and lounge and bounce back and forth, throw stuff off the wall. And then you do this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, dude, it's a way to do this with everybody in the house. See? Everybody. Yeah, we shutting it down. One day out the week, we shutting it freaking down. The world does not run. This day is our day. Okay? Pick a day, which is best for everybody. You know what I'm saying? But pick a day. If you're solo, well, then there you go. 24. Solo for 24. That's you. In the house, in the room, in the locked up, down. Don't want to talk to nobody. Don't shut it down. Answer no phones. You might want to communicate. You can communicate with another All1llA over the phone. You can communicate with another All1llA or another soul model. You can do that and bounce that kind of stuff off the table. But the rest of it, man, I'm just saying. You pick and choose. You call that one. This is the beginning stages of something we're doing. So we don't know exactly all of the specifics of everything. We're evolving as we go. So we're as soul models. We don't eat meat. We're vegetarian minimally and eventually vegan. Don't eat eggs. We don't eat stuff that's supposed to be meat. I give an example. This is what we do with eggs. When you crack open an egg, imagine this. And this will help you stop eating eggs. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you going to a woman, a pregnant woman, a human, and cutting, out the fetus and then putting that in the fryer and then cooking that and eating that. Imagine that. There you go. Hook that up. Dude, they're future meat. They're meat to be. We gotta at least give them a chance to be meat. Yeah, at least give the entity a chance to be what they are. Come on, we can't be doing all the eggs. Okay, so that's almost worse than meat. Okay? Just letting you know, we don't do that. We don't do meat. We don't do poultry. We don't do fish. All that stuff is gone. By the way, I'm supposed on the 21st be letting go fish. I didn't let go fish 2 days ago. I'm not waiting on the 21st of March, my birthday. I'm done. And I'm going to tell you what has prompted me. I know you guys going to trip on this a little bit, but y'all know me, man. I'm always bringing up something y'all going to trip on. COVID-19. The epidemic that is here right in front of our faces that we're dealing with. It has prompted me to stop it even sooner than the 21st. I went and specifically searched, Googled it. You guys know, if I got a question I don't understand, I got answers coming from within. My universe is giving me answers to my questions. Oh, I go back and forth. I go within with my questions. I don't, but I go outside with my questions when I want to see what the world is saying about the answers that I'm receiving from within. I want to see what you guys are saying, what y'all talking about. What the world is saying. And they ain't giving up the intel. I literally did research. I literally stayed online for a couple of hours, reviewing, getting into the history of this thing. The COVID-19, just dove in. And so, because I wanted to see what the world was saying. I already got an inner word from my universe. My universe let me know exactly what's happening. You know what I mean? But I wanted to, I want to balance that and see what the world's saying. They're not, I'll put it this way. They're not saying what my word is saying, but they're not denying it either. They are not going against it. They're not saying this is that is not what's happening. They're not saying that. They're not admitting it, but they're not denying it either. And believe me, I can tell you exactly where I went, just to let you guys know what I did, so you guys can do it too. I want you guys, matter of fact, All1llA's and Soul Models, I want you guys to go to AllOneAll.org and coronavirus disease, COVID-19, statistics and research. That whole freaking page is off the chain with the information. And they start off letting you know that the information you about to receive is being built as we speak. It's like it is evolving and constantly growing. So take the gist of this thing in. Don't be like quoting nobody. Because all this is new. Okay, this is a new event. It's new for everybody. Just to let you know, okay, so this is where I am. I'm on Our World. This is the latest data. The latest data they have in is March 16th, yesterday. Today's the 17th. Yeah. So yesterday, okay, 2200 London time. Okay? Very up to date with the intel. This is let me see. Let me go all the way down. This is some of the stuff I do. I agree, man. I ain't tripping on none of this stuff. Some of the stuff I do, Our World in Data is free and accessible for everyone. Help us do this work by making a donation. They got a donation link. I'm looking for a date. Well, they know 2020, man. In other words, I always look at the website and see, if they're up to date. And they talking about the information is 2020, so that's good enough for me. Now, March the 16th, yesterday. So they're at least updating it, and they at least changing the date on their information. To inform yourself and understand the risk to the public, we recommend to rely on your government body responsible for health and the World Health Organization, which this is where they get a lot of their information from. World Health Organization, acronym is WHO, WHO. Okay, so they blast their name constantly throughout this thing because that's where they're getting the World Health Organization is the premier as far as intel and information and data on health worldwide, which grain of sand on that one. I'm just saying, you just take that, take it or leave it. That's on you. And that's where they're getting their information from. The World Health Organization collects the information, and Our World in Data, this site disseminates the information. I'm just letting you know. See, I like how but they setting the stage. They're breaking it down before they even get into the topic of discussion. They're letting you know how this thing is working, which to me, I like. This is only one page. There's another. Let's see here. There's another of Vox.com, coronavirus death rate, the latest estimate explained. And I was about to get into that, but I spent almost 2 hours on this page. I was like, okay, I'll get into that on the next one. Okay, so we're not going to do the whole thing. You guys can go Our World in Data, in one word, .org/coronavirus, okay? and they got, you can scroll, you look to your right of the page and you can see the scroll thing like this. Y'all know how the scroll is. It depends on how much you got to move around. That bad boy like this. And you scrolling. And let me tell you how much you got to scroll before you even get into the information. Because it's all about setting it up. Because they got to set it up. The growth rate of COVID-19 deaths. Okay, here we go. Deaths from COVID-19. Because that was, my question was, this is what I Googled. What have you learned from the deaths? Surely you have studied the deaths. Surely you have done autopsies on the dead. Surely you have obtained information about the deaths of those infected with COVID-19. I'm saying there's a body of work being calculated, and the biggest body of work is in China, where it kicked off. They have the most they have so many. Anyway, they get into that. They talk about who's got the number one, who's got all of the carnage, who's got the most carnage. And it's China. Bless China's heart. That's where it started, and they look. Okay, by now we've gotten so much information, we know how to divert and know how to do. We're working things. We got more intel, but China didn't have no intel, and that thing almost took the whole continent out. Just the whole China. Okay, well, I'm putting too much on it. Death toll is 3,000 and something. But I'm just saying, as far as the infected though, the infection, I ain't talking about the infection. They get into that too. But the deaths, they got all the bodies. They got, dude, what do you think they're doing with them? A lot of people would suggest burning the bodies. But you can't, of course, you can't do that in something of this grand scale. So you have to go in, you have to protect yourself, hazmat suited up. But you got to chop the corpse up. You got to find out what's going on. You can't not do that. So, knowing that they are doing it, what are they finding? What are they finding? Now, I got inside intel on what they're finding and what they're not talking about. I'm about to tell you that in this video right here, part 3. Okay, so y'all know where to go to get your intel. Go suck this up, and then drink this in, and then get a history about what this thing is doing and what this thing is and where we are today. Get a history. It ain't nothing but a few months. This is since December of last year. So, dude, this is like 4 months, and it's worldwide, global. So, if you want to see, that's me. I'm like, okay, something's going on. There's information out there. Let me go get it. Okay? And then in the end, I'm still got to go from within. Yeah, okay. It's All1llA's and soul models. We base our information from within. Listen, we'll hear you out. We will. We'll lend you an ear. We will. Because both information from within and without is important. Okay? But the bottom line is within. And that's we're not going to go against what we are receiving from within, because we're in connection with all things. All1llA. Dude, and we know, we believe, we rely on that. So we'll hear you out, but you're like a grain of sand on a beach of information that we have access to. So now if your intel is giving me insight to assist to see what the heck y'all is on and what everybody else is spooked about, that's okay. I'm gonna receive that intel and information, but I'm still gonna base it on my universe. I got a universe. Okay. Let me put it this way. Your information outside, worldwide, global information, even on this website and all of the good, they're doing a lot of work. They're putting in a lot of time, a lot of hours. I'm looking at the body of work and the interactive screen. Dude, they putting in so freaking much work. You move your mouse. You move your mouse on anything when it comes to a graph. Dude, the graph changes as you move your mouse. It gives you information and intel. What are you looking at? Then you can click on within the map. Okay. Within the because they got a lot, how websites are. They give you, they explain stuff to you, and then they give you a map of what they talking about. This is top notch. I'm trying to figure out who's hooking they stuff up, because I want these people to hook up do you know what I'm saying? The example website. This is the kind of stuff I want on my webpage. On the All1llA shop. Complete interactive. They're not just informing you. They're imagining the questions you have and then blending that into the doggone process. Dude, it's serious. I respect, say for instance, let's say we don't know if it's true or not. Let's say it's War of the Worlds. Let's say it's all spookism. It ain't nothing but get you all crazy so you can do something else. Let's just say, or it's real. Okay, this is a .org. This is non-profit. And the amount of body of work they're putting in, people are serious. Okay, so to me, that leans more on, okay, this is actually happening. Okay. So now that I'm okay, I can literally ride with, this is actually happening. Okay, so I can ride with that because I respect the body of work. If this ain't happening and you putting in all this work for nothing, I know we're crazy like that, but not really. We ain't that crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I'm looking at what they putting in on a daily. Dude, they is covering this thing like I ain't never seen nothing covered before in my life. They have so much intel and information on here. So I went through all of it. I junk it all in. I dove in and came out the other side. So now with all of their stuff and intel here, and I could go further. I can go further. I can go to Vox.com. I can click on that real quick. Okay. Well, this is more of this is a .com. So there you go. You already know what this is. This is not these people in for the business. Okay. So this is just their opinions and stuff. But dude, the .org shot and then the asking for donations. They letting you know, dog, we ain't got no sponsors. Ain't been one advertisement pop up. No advertisements, y'all. No advertisements. I mean, all the way, your whole scroll, not one advertisement, nowhere. Subscribe to see updates, feedback. Okay? No, fresh, clean, nothing popping up, nothing saying, look at me, nothing. Dude, I'm impressed. Okay, so, and that says a lot. When Anonymous, the universe says he's impressed, that's a thumbs up. And I don't give them out too often. So check out our world in data, OURWORLDINDATA.org/coronavirus. Okay, bring you right up to the page I'm looking at. Okay, I want you guys to do that. All1llA is in my soul mind. Okay, get your information up, drink it in, drink out the whole page at the little bitty scroll. I mean, you guys set this to it's a couple hours. You gotta just, and I want you guys just to update yourselves. Okay, now that that's out the way, all that's out the way. We're gonna get into the part 3 of this thing. And what I believe the information that the one bit of information that is not on that page, not to say they're holding it, I don't think our world in data.org has access to that information. I think World Health Organization has that information. They're just not giving it up. Because even though I don't have the intel from my universe as to why they're not giving that up, you would think that they will want the public to know so they can stop the spread. But you got to understand, there are people in power who believe that the world is overpopulated by humans. Now, does that mean that the COVID-19 was man-made? No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay? That's not what I'm not saying. But that's not what I'm saying. Actually, it's not even the point. The issue is there are some in power who would take advantage of the COVID-19 virus disease. You see what I'm saying? So they would take advantage of it and withhold information that could stop the flow of it. Use it for themselves and their select communities, but they would withhold that and let this virus complete its course and then fade away into oblivion. Because viruses do, they have a peak. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta go through another one of these. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna have to make a part 4 to this. So, and I'm gonna go ahead and end this one. And part 4 is going to be the how to avoid being affected by the virus. That's my intel. That's my from the universe. How to avoid being affected by COVID-19. Because that's the whole thing. And that's the information they have from studying the deaths. See, the deaths and the autopsies show you who these people are. And there's a certain type of people that are not present within the death count. Okay? They're not, that's the information you can't find nowhere. Hey, my question got me to that particular page, which was awesome. But if they was to expose the information received from the autopsies of those that have already have died at the hands of COVID-19, if they was to expose that and publicize that information, the disease could be maybe 1 or 2 months. It could cease. The disease could cease and the spread could cease 1 or 2 months before it actually does, without that information. And you can just imagine how many lives would be saved. In other words, if they put the information out today publicly, in a matter of weeks, a couple of weeks, the virus will putter out and die, because it will have nothing to cling to. The virus has a mission. It's seeking out certain individuals, and it's not a racial thing. That ain't the thing. That's not it. That's not going to clear you. If you're a certain race, you're like, whoo, no, you're in there. But I'm going to, in part 4, like right almost now, like right after I take care of this video, I'm going straight into part 4. And then we're going to get into what is it seeking? What is its purpose? It has a purpose. And then we're going to get into that. All right, you guys, like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. And be beautiful as you are. Peace. And one is all.
Remind you who you are.
Oh my goodness gracious.